end of the year.
Hey, you made it. This is my Jesse Mack one word or less comic reviews year end, lots more than one word comic reviews wrap up of my 10 favorite issues of the year, which might not be completely accurate. I think I overrated some stuff in the beginning of the year, underrated some stuff in the end of the year, but still, this is the list I came up with after tracking it week after week after week for 52 straight weeks. This is probably also going to be a mess. I apologize now because I'm just doing this off the cuff and I'm not going to try not to cut. So if you see cuts, I really went and rambled too much. I'm already rambling too much. Okay. First book is Blackest Night, Wonder Woman #2. This one got in there very early. I was really enjoying Blackest Night as an event, and the emotional journey that Wonder Woman takes as a prisoner, essentially, of the ring, the Black Lantern ring, was phenomenal. So this one punched me in the heart nice and early in the year, and still managed to stay on for the rest of the year. I'm going to say the word year constantly. I apologize. All apologies. That's all this list is. Next book, Blackest Night #8, which really kind of brought the whole thing together in such a way. It had such a strong payoff that it was my favorite issue of the series. Yeah, good stuff. Sinestro's failure, the return of all these heroes, which I feel Brightest Day did not really deliver on, but what are you gonna do? All right, my next book is Buffy 33. Which one was this? The big reveal one. Nice. Spoiler alert! This is happening. Yeah, this one was written cleverly, and I enjoyed the implications of it as I was reading it. This might be one that I overwrote or overrated. Yeah, overwrote. What the hell? Really, Jesse? That I overrated a little bit, but at the same time, it holds up, and I feel Buffy kind of this whole season has been kind of up and down. Like sometimes it's been amazing, sometimes it has not been. It's never been bad, but it just kind of hits a flat note and just rides that flat note for an entire storyline or two. That's not that way with a lot of books, but I feel like overall, Buffy season 8, put a W in the win column. It's an enjoyable read, and this was one of the high points for me. This Twilight storyline. Unwritten 17. Unwritten I jumped into very late. I think actually just before this issue. And so I was excited to read this. I was ready to get into see where the next where the story was going next. And then it went to a choose your own adventure book, which blew my mind as far as just the cleverness of execution here was fantastic. And it was also a nicely told story that fit well into the overall larger narrative that they're telling in this book. So, fantastic. My #6 book of the year is Locke and Key, Keys to the Kingdom, #3, which another book that I read very casually. A friend of mine let me borrow the first book soon after it came out in hardcover. It's like, oh, this is a very nice little story. I enjoyed that. I finally borrowed Head Games maybe about 3-4 months ago and was like, wow, this is really shaping up. I need the next one now. Got Crown of Shadows, and that was the one that just kind of stamped it in my mind. Like, this book is amazing. So at that point, I was able to start buying them in single issues, and this is another one where it's a really strong story, and it has a clever gimmick, which just, tickles me in ways that I should not really be tickled or talking about on the end. I shouldn't be talking about it. It's my main thing. Let me be tickled. I just got to shut up about it. All right, my number 5 book of the year was The Sword #22. Again, a book that I jumped into late. This one, I believe I bought the first 3 trades, and then the 5 issues that had come up to that point, and then was actually on board for the final issue. I was ready to buy that one when it came out. But of the issues that actually came out in 2010, this one got onto the list because of just the sheer brutality of this scene, pretty much alone. Just, who does that? It was amazing. Just, the sword, just, wow. Amazing stuff. Alright, next one was Buffy 34, which, oh yeah, this was the them fucking issue. Nice. Yeah. Haven't reread the Buffys in a while. I'm trying to remember what it was that hit me so hard. It was the high concept stuff, I think. The idea that they were creating a new universe and essentially just messing with time and creation through this act, and it just blew my mind. And for a while, it was the #1 book of the year for me. Until these guys came out. Hey, transition. Checking it out. Alright, my #3 book of the year is a prelude to The Outfit featuring Richard Starks Parker, the man with the getaway face, special release $2 book thing. I like the Parker. I really am enjoying the book. Can't wait to read the next book in the series. And Darwin Cook's art in this giant format, it is just fantastic. If I was doing a best non-floppy books of the year for 2010, The Outfit would almost definitely be 1, if not 2 or 3. I'm trying to think of what else came out this year, and I'm not receiving any information from my brain. Yeah, just a fantastic, simple, self-contained story. $2. Are you kidding me? If you saw this in a store and you didn't pick it up, you made a mistake. This book was beautiful. My #2 book of the year was The Brave and the Bold, #33. This one played heavily on my heartstrings. Somebody made a comment that they felt like it didn't deserve this much praise because if you weren't familiar with the history of Batgirl and her overall story, it wouldn't have the same resonance, but I am, and so it did. And unfortunately, I'm not a very good critic. I'm just good at saying what I feel and think. I'm not even that good at that, as this long, lumbering, probably 4 or 5 minute video will attest to. Everything that people like about me, I'm ruining it right here. Fantastic. But yeah, this one just destroyed me. Did not expect it going in. I thought, like, oh, this will be a nice little book. Crying, just bawling my eyes out. Just the moment that I realized what was going on here, it wrecked me. And then the rest of the story, I just had that heaviness in the pit of my stomach. Just great work. Of course, #1 book of the year was the conclusion of The Sword, which I was so afraid that this was going to let me down. You know, because I enjoyed the first 23 issues. I enjoyed the build-up of the story so much. Note perfect. This could not have ended any better. I just loved the sense of resolution, getting the final background, of the important character that I'm not going to spoil because I want you to go out and read this book. Just amazing. Another book where just before the end of it, I just, I could approach tears right now if I chose to, and I'm going to not do that because I've already embarrassed myself enough on this, the year-end comic review. 1 word or less comic reviews. Pow!